See, nanotechnology, whether we realize it or not, has already started entering into our day-to-day life
Yeah.
in some way or other. There are some areas where nanotechnology will definitely play a significant role, particularly in the context of India, because India being a developing country, there are three domains where we need to have focus. One is agriculture, second one is energy, third is healthcare, sanitation. Okay. See, all these three fields, we need to enhance our capability because of the huge population. There's a big population in the city, living in the rural areas. We do not have access to modern technology in terms of accessing medical benefits, etc. Even potable drinking water becomes a problem there.
Yes.
So nanotechnology platform can be very useful in solving many of these problems. For instance, I can give you an example. Agriculture. Agriculture, you say typically, even now, there is a lot of wastage in the present mode of farming.
Absolutely.
For instance, we
Absolutely.
take urea. Every, the acre of land requires from 30 to 40 kilo of urea for growing paddy. Out of that, only 40% is utilized by the plant. Other 60% is a runoff with the water to the surface water bodies, lakes, rivers, ponds, etc., or to underground water, which recharges our wells and all these things. So that is absolute waste. The farmer or the user pays for the 100%, but he gets benefit only for 40%. So these things can be resolved through a nano platform, nanotechnology. So there is now emphasis on nano fertilizers, nano urea. There are only few already in the market, where the material is being designed in a way that when it is utilized in the plant, it will bind to the soil and stay with the roots of the plant for a longer period of time, allowing the plant to maximize its utility. Okay? And because it is bound to the soil very rigidly, during the excessive water irrigation or during rain, non-seasonal rain, etc., it will not flow away from the soil and continue to provide nutrition to the plant. That is the whole idea. Second mode in this is, rather than applying it to the roots, we also think of using it as a spray material, what is called the foliar application. We spray this material on the leaves.
Okay.
On the leaves. And there, in fact, the content of urea that is required is even less. You have certain amount of urea, mix it with huge amount of water, spray it on the leaves, and it gets absorbed over a period of time. So these are new modes of application of nano fertilizers in agriculture, and they will definitely be the farming practices of the future. And this can be extended to nano pesticides, fungicides, and all other things slowly. So again, we are going back to the same question again. Developing the right material, nanomaterial,
Yes.
for any use. Talk about energy. There is no scarcity of energy as such. Problem is you cannot store it.
Absolutely.
Storage is the big issue. Why is that? Because as per the conventional batteries that we use have a limitation. We have reached a material limitation there. Because of that, they can store energy for a given period of time. They can supply energy with certain amount of energy density, and beyond that, and they can be recharged for over a finite number of cycles. Beyond that, they will decay, degrade, and the efficiency will go down. Again, we have to go to nano platform there, make new electrolytes, new electrodes based on nanomaterials and nanocomposites, which will enhance the property, not allow these electrodes to degrade over a period of time, supply energy over a longer duration, cheaper to operate and utilize in day-to-day life, and then the acceptability in the market will be more. Now, for instance, you see, we are trying to go to hybrid vehicles, electrical vehicles,
Yeah.
because the petrol is becoming very expensive.
Absolutely.
But the question is that a solution? The problem is, in the electric vehicles, we use a battery to run the battery. That's the source of energy.
Okay.
And the cost of the battery is almost comparable to the cost, 50% cost of the vehicle.
Oh.
And the battery has to be recycled. Every 3 or 4 years you have to buy a new battery. So you have to spend equal amount of money to get your vehicle running in continuous mode. So this is an expensive proposition, and that is the reason why electric vehicles are not popular all over the world until now, because of the huge input cost of the consumer. So this is where again we need to look at alternative sources of storage of energy, where a battery once purchased should last lifelong for the vehicle, and we just keep recharging it every week or so. And you should what? Back to same question, develop new nanomaterial for it. So it can go on in every field. This is the story.
Yes.
So the key thing is new smart nanomaterials.